It's your musical artist, Junior Leto, and welcome to the first independent Top 10 Artists.
I'm your creative fanatic, K Don't Play. Our top 10 list is based off lyrics, production, and style.
And I'm Francois the Great. Each artist was curated by fans and ranked independently.
Oh, hey, I see you guys.
Hey.
Thanks for tuning into Luminary Sounds. We have the amazing Power to the People in the building.
Power to the people!
What it do?
Yes.
Hey, what it do, man? It's a pleasure to have you guys out. Well, before we get into the music, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
so much.
Tell everybody what we're congratulating you guys on.
I was gonna say. I was wondering what you were talking about.
So today, 11/11, we released one of our newest singles. It's
All This Love.
All This
That's
Love.
right.
Yeah, it's a new lo-fi hip hop vibe that we're going for. We're releasing an EP soon, so this is the first single.
That's
off of
awesome.
the project.
Yeah.
So where did the inspiration for that track come from?
I like your explanation best on this
Yeah,
one. So.
your explanation is good. It's all good. So I feel like a lot of our love songs start off with us bouncing off of each other.
Yeah.
You know, but then it comes to where it's our love kind of deepens and goes beyond, you know, that barrier of what is just us.
Okay.
You know, we see our connection, our interconnection with all our people, with all our earth family, with the earth, the universe, you know, and our ancestors. So with that, it kind of overflowed into talking about what happens in life when you find yourself at a crossroads,
Yeah.
a certain situation, or when you're in a certain mindset that, you know, feels like you need a little love.
You need a little love.
So that's where it came from. It came from infusing the love that we have for each other, and how every single moment, even a tough moment with love, you can really overcome and feel empowered to do so. It's such a powerful reminder.
Yeah, you sound emotional when you talk about it. It's gonna make me emotional. You know, for the people that are watching, you know, you two are more than just like a duo. You're a husband and wife, and which I think is very interesting. I don't recall of any husband and wife duos unless it's in like a gospel music form. Of music or whatever. But what's that like for you guys being married and still working creatively? Is there any kind of issues you guys have?
See how they looked at each other?
Yeah, you see, I peeped that out.
That's a good question. Honestly, man, you know, it's been one of the greatest challenges to overcome and to like kind of go through, but it's also been that thing that has kind of made us that much stronger along the way. So most definitely, you know, whenever you know, two things are very close to each other, it makes friction, things start to heat up. So there's always going to be that. But I think like even with the explanation of all this love, it kind of just goes with that as well, to say that is the thing that's just going to kind of, the love that we have for each other kind of just makes it to where we get stronger as we go along.
Okay, and what has been one of the biggest issues you guys face of clashing as creative? Is there like a story that we don't know that you guys want to tell us about? Something that you could laugh about now?
I'll share something.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, so the beautiful thing is that honestly, our passion for music was one of the things that kind of, you know, locked us in, and you know, everything else started deepening. But because of our passion, learning how to be open to each other's ideas is definitely something that we've gone through often.
Yeah.
For example, with this release recently, I'll share back. It's a recent story. I was set on wanting to release on 11/11. Like, I was pushing our team, who is Filiberto, Landeros, and Stoneheart. I was like really trying to push them.
Philly from Lion City Studios.
Right.
No longer.
I mean, that's our second home anyway. You know,
Yes.
at Lion City. Yeah,
Shout
for
out to
sure.
Lion City Studios.
Yeah, for sure.
Formerly known as Lion City Studios, actually.
Yeah,
It's
he's
now,
actually now.
Filiberto Landeros Productions now. Is what
Yeah,
it is.
he's actually now has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay.
But at the same spot. But anyway, I was being stubborn on needing it to be on that day because of the significance for me energetically. I'm really open to energetics, numerology, and the energy that it represents. And I really got on Alan's case thinking that he didn't validate how important it was to me that it had to be on 11/11.
That's some relationship type stuff.
Yeah.
That's because I was thinking about,
Just the flow of things.
wanting to get, a good, pre-save campaign going, a good marketing campaign going. And I wanted to make sure that we had the time for that as well. But, she had her ideas. But that's the thing though, is that we learned to, and we've learned throughout this journey together of doing music, to learn how to listen to each other.
Yeah.
Really listen. It's like, okay, let's see, like, there's always going to be an idea of how you want things to go.
Yeah.
But there's also always going to be the reality of how things go. So we kind of just go with the flow. We listen to each other, and then we make the best decisions accordingly.
Yeah, definitely big. A relationship in this kind of passion where music, we live together, we have a family together.
Are you guys expecting or anything else like that? That I've heard.
Hey!
The first baby. This is the first baby on Luminary Sound.
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
amazing. The first
Look,
baby.
Is it
Yeah.
a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sola Mara is coming soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, well, that's a blessing, man.
That is a blessing.
Making music and babies, man.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
We have a baby
Absolutely.
already too. We have a 10-year-old daughter, and
Okay.
now we got the new baby coming. So
That's good.
That's awesome.
So when is the baby due?
February 4th.
that's the expected.
February 4th.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
That's awesome.
much success and blessings to that. I mean, that's just a wonderful thing.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I know.
Appreciate it.
That is a beautiful thing for sure. I definitely wanted to touch on, I know we touched on All This Love, but you also released a single in September, just a couple months prior to that, The Riches is Life. Now, the way the song starts, I kind of feel like it really embodies who Power to the People is. And I love it, so I'm just going to read a little bit really quick. And if I mess up, I know Camilla, you'll correct me. So start off the song by saying, "This is for every single being on earth. Remember, material riches don't dictate your worth. For your worth is boundless. You got to realize it first."
Yeah.
How did that whole concept come about? Like, was it something you put together and then you went to your husband and said, "Look, this is what I came up with"? Come in with your rap here. I definitely want to hear that story. Share.
So honestly, that was something that flowed through. We were in the booth.
Yeah, that was the last thing that came through,
And
actually.
after we laid down the track, I just felt real called to start it with something. It was here in my heart, just waiting to lay down. And I asked Philly, "Hey, could you please put me in the beginning? I'm gonna say something." And within the first take, that was really what was said. And
So do you freestyle, Camilla? Do you freestyle, or is it just one of those things where you have to write most of the time? What's your creative space? What's that like for you?
I freestyle. I can be in the studio where Alan will do his nice verse. I get inspired and I can be in the booth and write up what I'm gonna say.
Like
I
on the
did that
spot.
for stories. I did that for My Riches is Life.
Yeah.
And
It's such a powerful way to start a song.
what's that?
Yeah.
It's such a powerful way to start a song.
Thank you.
It draws you in.
Thank you.
I mean, my favorite right now still is All Is Love, because I mean, I knew you rapped, but when you came in, I was just like, people need to hear this girl. Like,
Yes.
she is in right now. And
Thank
it's
you.
like one of those things where, I mean, listen, we know talent when we see it. some of these artists that we tried to feature years ago, they made mainstream, like Pink Sweats, Summer Walker. So we've noticed people, and I was like, man, like, you know, Ali, you're kind of right. You know, you want to go ahead and put that music out on a playlist or something like that, get those streams up so people can, you know, gather on to what you're doing. And a lot of people need to hear you, because I was like, this girl can go, like, with the best of them. So kudos, for real.
Thank you. It's honestly, this guy right here inspired it all, because I was just a singer-songwriter on my guitar.
Yeah.
And then once we came together and he started flowing, he would flow anywhere we'd go. Anywhere we'd go out, I'd find him with a violinist somehow, just flowing with him there. Like, you know, that's how we started. We started out in desert gatherings, actually.
Okay.
Out in the deep deserts.
In the deep deserts. So how long you been rapping, Al?
Deserts. Since I was like 16 years old.
Really? So what inspired you to rap? Like, who was it? What artists did you see that you was like, you know, they spoke to you?
So for me, it really started when I was 6 years old. I had my cousin, he put some headphones on my head. He's like, listen to this. I was like, okay. And he put it on. It was Tupac, and it was Dear Mama.
Oh, okay.
Damn, this like, it changed my life, man. Just because to hear somebody like rap the way that he was rapping and like what he was rapping about, it was like just such a beautiful thing to me, like poetry that was like still hard, but like so loving, you know, just like, it just that was my starting point. So from then on, like, whenever, you know, I started growing up, going through the motions of, you know, I kind of grew up in the hood. I had a lot of, you know, run-ins with all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah.
I got shot when I was 18.
So Texas gangsta rap was where he was at.
Texas gangsta rap. Wow.
That's Zero. You know, that was definitely another one of my major influences, because he was doing the same kind of thing. You know, it was kind of.
Who was that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Zero.
Oh, Zero.
Oh yeah, Zero.
Oh, yeah,
he got
Zero.
that song.
Oh, yeah.
I Hate You, Trick.
Yeah,
That's one song that I know. I like the melody to it. But yeah, Zero. He's a good rapper for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, that's where it kind of just going through that and like kind of hearing a way to outlet, you know, any kind of, you know, frustrations or pains or traumas that you're feeling, like that kind of just drew me in to kind of just want to like, okay, I can write this stuff out. I can write my pains out. I can write my emotions out. And I can tell a story. And that was just the best for me. So.
Yeah,
now,
you definitely hear it through.
From California or Texas?
What's that?
Are you guys originally from California or you're originally from Texas?
I'm from Texas originally. I'm from San Antonio, and then I met Cammy out here. So she's born and raised. She's a native LA.
Yeah, I'm an LAan.
Okay, all right.
Got it. So Camila, I know he mentioned some of his inspirations. Who are some of your inspirations?
Some of my inspirations growing up, definitely Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill. I loved, man, who didn't I love? I love Pink. I was very eclectic with my music. I listened to, Bob Marley. He influenced a lot of classic rock. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on. Donna Summer.
So you're well-rounded, yeah.
So, I kind of listen to everything. Mexican music, I sang mariachi for a very long time growing up. So.
Hey.
Back to the roots.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you know, I think we heard a little bit of how you guys got together, but where did you meet at? And when you first met, how did the conversation in music come? Like, oh, I like to rap. Oh, I like to rap and sing too. Like, when did that happen? Where did that start?
So we were at a psychedelic art show
in downtown LA. At a warehouse.
It was called Pancakes and Booze. And there was a lot of really cool, trippy art. And they had free pancakes and they're selling booze.
Pancakes and booze.
Yeah. Downtown.
And so this is the story, okay? So I worked at a ganja collective, marijuana collective, and I was serving up how I did on my evenings, and someone came And I just asked, like, how's your day? And he's like, it's going great. Today I'm going to an art show, da 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 da. And he was like, oh, I remember this one art show. It was called Pancakes and Booze. It was so dope. It happened last year. He's like, that's the art show that's happening tonight. I was like, wait, what? Are you serious? And he said, yeah, you and your friends should come through. And I was like, oh, sorry, my dog. They're getting rowdy.
No, it's all good. It's
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, me and my friends will come through. Like, I'm gonna meet up with you,
Like,
sure.
whatever, yeah.
Bagged up the weed, passed it on, called my homegirl. I was like, we need to get to this art show. This is the art show. And
so the guy who went in to go buy that weed was actually my homeboy, who I was going to that art show with that night. So,
and what had happened was
I get to the art show.
I left my ganja because I didn't want to take any paraphernalia in because they search you.
Yeah.
And the warehouse party had a huge outside vending space, and I smell it in the air. And so, like a bloodhound, I was just like, who dare bring it in?
There's always one, right?
Yeah, and so I grab my friend and I start hounding it down, and sure enough, Alan has the pipe in his hand. The friend who I had sold it to a few hours ago was right next to him.
So she smelled me that she had sold my friend, and I was smoking, and she walked right up to me whenever I had the pipe in my hand, and I was like, oh. And
yeah.
Wow.
I thought she was awesome from the get. Like, we talking.
Connected because he was wearing malas.
Yeah, I had my malas on.
Okay.
He was really into, spirituality, really starting my journey into that.
Yeah.
And mantraing, and that's what these beads were used for. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of started talking from there, and one thing led to the other, and
I asked for her number in like the first 5 minutes, and I texted her like immediately.
Alan, you knew what you wanted, bro. You knew. You was like, I gotta have it.
I love your style. I said to her.
And this guy was like having the greatest time all by himself. He like didn't need me there. So that's when I knew. I was like, you know what? This is like my kind of dude. But I'm glad she was there. And we started talking music. He ended off somewhere with a violinist, rapping.
Got to rapping, and that's how it happened, bro.
Wow, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Weed, beer, and pancakes.
Yeah.
And art.
And art. There you go.
Together.
Wow. It's like with a story like that, it's like, where do you go from that? That's amazing.
That's one of the things that we believe deeply in synchronicity. It's like everything happens for a reason, and whenever you find that something aligns like that, it's like, okay, you got to really pay attention.
Oh yeah,
that happens,
for sure.
That's cool. So getting back to you guys and your joint projects, are you looking to put out an album anytime soon? And the singles are going to the album. What's your plans for that?
Yeah, so we've been working on a very special project dear to our hearts called Death and Rebirth. We were set to release it this year. At least we thought our creative process was gonna go down like that.
We thought we were gonna release it last year.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wow. We've been working on this project for like a solid year and a half.
Right. We started actually releasing singles off of it last year, thinking that it'd be done by the end of last year. But anyway.
How many songs is it?
It's gonna be about 22 songs.
Woo, y'all loading up.
Yeah, it's a double. It turned into
that double CD.
Yeah.
Double album.
Yeah, it was gonna be
double album.
Now it just like I said earlier, about you have an idea of how you want things to go, but then things just start evolving into what they're supposed to be, and it's not really in our control. We just kind of go with it, and we just kind of like, all right, this new song came through, this new idea came through, so we just kind of like, okay, let's do that, and let's just keep going with that, and whenever it's done, it's done. But we do have like a deadline set for ourselves.
2021 next year. Death and Rebirth. The double album will be coming out.
Wow.
We definitely look forward to that. It's funny.
You guys should put it on a vinyl.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking that I'm not sure if you guys know of a local artist, Mark Ford. He's a pretty good rapper, and he had his he's based out of Oxnard, and he had his opioids album like in a vinyl, and I thought that was just so cool, and people came to support it. And I said, man, you know, as an artist, it's your baby, and when you're putting it out there, having it on the digital platforms, that's great. But something tangible that you can hold to keep for the years to come, and your children can see, to be like, my parents, this is what they did. Like, I mean, that's priceless. So, you know, consider doing something like that, invest that. I think you'll be very happy.
Absolutely. That's actually one
I
of
brought that idea up
Alan's
last
ideas.
week, actually.
Okay, good.
Look forward to that.
We're working something special to bring a special edition for people to pre-save. So whoever pre-saves is going to get a special package of Death and Rebirth, and it's going to come with a whole situation.
Got you. Are you guys, you're independent artists. Are you looking to get signed, or you just want to stay on the independent train and see how far it takes you?
We are here. We're looking to stay independent.
Good.
All the way through, honestly. We have our LLC now for Power to the People.
Good.
And we're going to continue establishing everything we can. We're doing all of our business in-house, staying informed on how to, you know, really build. Because I think it's important for anyone and everyone to find that thing that their niche, what they're good at, and build upon the business. Because right now, with where things are at, we can't at a government, you know, like we build upon the community, upon each other, we exchange, and we move forward.
You just segued right into what I was going to ask you next. So as far as the pandemic we're experiencing right now, how has it affected the music side and the personal side for Power to the People?
Honestly, it was all blessing in disguise for us. Like we do, we roll with it. So no shows. Okay, we focused on our marketing game. We focused on our recording game. We focused on, you know, building our brand. We focused on a lot of different things. So just like we realized, okay, this is not happening, so we switch gears. And then whenever the shows come, we're getting our band ready again, because we're going to be doing live shows with the full band as well. So we're ready for whatever right now. So the pandemic, no pandemic, honestly, for us, it was more of a blessing in disguise, because it gave us more time to kind of be closer to each other and to keep creating more things. So
I have one more question about the music. Have you guys ever thought about doing an individual solo project, something that just from yourself that you wanted to put out to the world?
We have before in earlier days. Alan worked on projects. I worked on things too.
Okay.
I don't, down in the future, maybe.
Possibly.
But as of now, my creative process, I really, for now, it merges and weaves with where we're at.
That's good.
Our relationship.
That's good.
Yeah. So we're always open.
But we're a team now.
And you guys are so unique. I mean, we had to put you on this top 10 list that we were doing, because we were like, who else out there is unique that you really can't compare them to? And that's why we had to put you on the list. Yeah, just across the board, because, you know, both of you flow. She sings, you sing. And what I really appreciate about y'all's music is you have blinders on. You're not worried about what people think about y'all. You're doing your own thing. You have a message, and you're just, you know, staying steadfast. So that's what I really like about Power to the People. I mean, perfect name for the group. It's just great, in my opinion.
And I'll say, just to, you know, piggyback off of what Junior said, I remember meeting the both of you at Lion City, and you guys were just so positive.
That was years, That was like a year and a half ago.
That vibe right there, I told them right when you all left, I said, we got to do something with them one day. They're just such positive people, and I'm just glad you all kept with the music. You kept going, because that energy right there in itself is just, you know, with the music is just amazing. You know?
Yeah, definitely a selfless. You guys are a selfless group. I mean, we interview a lot of people, but it's just really something special about you. And you're married. Maybe that's what gives off that type of glow that we see. But at the end of the day, you know, we wish you guys much success for sure.
Thank you so much. It's reflected. We appreciate y'all for exchanging good energy.
So before we get out of here, definitely let the people know where they can follow you, where they can get in touch with you, and so forth.
So you can find us on all streaming platforms at Power to the People. That's Power number 2, the people, all one word, because we're about that unity. Forget that separation.
There you go. Okay.
There's an intention on that for sure.
And yeah, also powertothepeople.earth if you want to get more into our little world of our story, our mission, why Power to the People. You know, it all has a purpose, and that's what we like overflowing to everyone, to, you know, that we see the purpose in each and every single one of you, and only want to elevate, amplify, and allow for us to grow as a, you know, as humanity. So
that's awesome. Well, we thank you guys so much. It's been a blessing to have you. I just want more people to go ahead and listen to you guys. Very special group. But thank you for joining Luminary Sounds. Much success and blessings to you guys. And to the baby to come as well. And the growing family. Going on.
And also congrats on the new single.
Yeah, the new single as well. Yeah.
Hey, we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate all that you're doing, and, you know, getting people out there, and you know, connecting people with artists, and it's just it's really, really awesome what you guys are doing. So
the bridge, keep that bridge going.
Yeah,
I really
thank you.
Just how you said selfless. I just was thinking of all the love you guys have for music and for artistry, because put it on a platform, to put it in a space like this, that means a lot. So know you're doing some good work.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That's all it's for. So thank you guys. We will stay in, you guys are family. Whenever you drop a single, we'll go ahead and put it on our stories, and we'll share it, put it on our website. So thank you guys so much. And it's peace out, Luminary Sounds. Power to the people.
Power to the people, baby.
Peace out, baby.
It's all blessed. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
No problem.